What's going on, STIM junkies? HIGH-STIM Ace here, and I hope you guys are having an incredible start to your week. Today, we are going to be reviewing a pre-workout that's been hyped up for at least the last 6 months, and I know that you guys have been waiting for this one here. Luckily, I am the first reviewer to be bringing you this review after running this pre-workout 2 times over this past weekend. What we are going to be reviewing today is the brand new and super hyped up Assassin version 9 from Apollon Nutrition. Version 9, guys. There have been 8 iterations of this pre-workout here, and it culminated in this crazy, insane, over-the-top version. How does it hit? How does it taste? What are the real-world effects? And how does it compare to the previous iterations? Let's not waste any more time. Let's roll that freaking intro, and when we come back, we are going to break down everything about Assassin version 9. Check out this freaking incredible looking tub over here. Assassin version 9 right here in the flesh. Now, honestly, looking at this on video, it doesn't do justice to how beautiful this tub is in person. It is absolutely incredible. Almost looks like a 3D pop-in effect. They definitely put a lot of work into this label, and they've been doing this with their last couple of pre-workouts for 2025 rebranding and really putting a lot of effort into having a nice aesthetic. You got the Apollon Nutrition logo over here. It's a nice red-looking tub, clearly inspired by the Kill Bill movies, and this one here, again, is Assassin version 9. Ultimate Anarchy pre-workout. That's a little Easter egg right there. If you guys know, you guys know. It comes in 2 flavors. We have the Okinawa pineapple flavor over here, which I did request. It also comes in a grape flavor. We're going to discuss it, guys, because the previous versions of Assassin did not have such a good flavor, to say the least, to put it mildly. But this one here, looking amazing and definitely fitting of the Apollon Nutrition name. Alright guys, so when it comes to HIGH-STIM Ace and Assassin specifically, it's been a very mixed experience for me. I've ran 3 Assassin products in the past. I had Assassin 6.5, which was the collaboration with Assassin and my good friend TJ from Fitness Deal News. Shouts out to the godfather of supplement pre-workout reviews. Still waiting for you to come back, TJ. And then I had version 7, which was a toned down, more euphoric feeling product, and I really liked version 7 a lot. Didn't have that sense of urgency, but I really enjoyed it. And then we had version 8, which was available last year, or probably a year and a half at this point, maybe even 2 years. For whatever reason, version 8 did not click too well with me. Every time I took it, it left me very anxious, very out of breath, and it always caused me some stomach issues, indigestion, and I don't know, a lot of reviewers really put version 8 over, and a lot said that it was a really good product, and I believe them. In the end of the day, this is a very subjective experience. Everybody responds differently to different pre-workouts, but for whatever reason, the combination of ingredients in the previous iteration did not sit well with me, and the flavor was very hard for me to get down. I did have the Arctic Pop or whatever it was flavor from the very first run, picked it up from NutriCartel, and whether it was a bad tub or whatever it was, it just did not vibe well with me. Regardless of that fact, I was super excited for this new version, especially with the bangers that Apollon Nutrition have been putting out in this past year. So I got this version here, and I did request the Okinawa pineapple flavor. They also have a grape flavor, but I was excited, I was intrigued, and I gotta say that right off the bat, before anything, the flavor on this is absolutely incredible. Long gone are the days of Apollon Nutrition releasing nasty pre-workouts where you have to shoot down with just a little bit of water and chew a piece of gum afterwards. Long gone are those days because the new Time Cop was amazing, Hooligan was really incredible, and the new Assassin is freaking delicious as well. No bitter end, no earthiness, nothing like that, just pure delicious pineapple flavor. Very similar to the pineapple Enigma flavor for their intro workout, if any of you guys ever had that one. Best intro workout in the game, but very similar pineapple profile. Really liked it. Goes down easy, sweet, not overbearing, light on the stomach despite being a pretty heavy scoop, and overall just a really solid experience. Now, the label on this pre-workout is really loaded. There are no gray area stimulants in here. The previous version did have Juglans Regia extract, and people in the industry were debating whether it was the synthetic lab-made yum-yums or the more natural Juglans Regia extract. Whatever it was, it doesn't matter. It is not in this version here. This is a fully compliant pre-workout with no gray area stimulants, but that doesn't mean that this thing doesn't kick ass. And we have a lot to discuss, so I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's break down this crazy label. So looking at the supplement facts here, you can either take this pre-workout at half a scoop, which yields 18.5 grams, or one full scoop coming in at 37 grams. Obviously, this is the HIGH-STIM channel. We go full dose, no half measures here on the channel, so we are going to read everything on this label as it pertains to the full scoop. Now, obviously, it comes in exactly at 37 grams. Apollon Nutrition is very good when it comes to their scoop sizes, so you don't have to worry about anything. One flat scoop will yield 37 grams. With that being said, we are going to begin. We have L-citrulline coming in at 10,000 milligrams. So 10 grams of pure L-citrulline, which I do believe is the highest dose they ever had in Assassin. I think the previous version, V8, had 8 grams. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I ran that pre-workout. But you're getting 10 grams in here, which is more than the clinical dose and definitely going to help with the pumps and the blood flow. We got beta-alanine at 6,400 milligrams, crazy, crazy dose, double the clinical dose. And what it looks like here on label is that they really are going for the true 40-20 experience, same as with Hooligan. A lot of other brands claim 40-20, but realistically, nobody's going to run it at half a dose. This here, theoretically, if you want to run it at half a dose and get 40 full servings on a less stim intense kind of day, you could do it because a lot of these dosages are pretty much doubled from their clinical dose. And we do continue with that same trend here with betaine anhydrous for strength output at 5,000 milligrams. The clinical dose is 2,500. So again, you're doubling that. So if you guys want to run this for an evening workout and just take half a scoop, it is more than enough, at least according to this label. L-tyrosine at another whopping 5,000 milligrams to really give you that laser sharp focus to dial you in. My favorite nootropic and such a beautiful dose at 5 grams. You're getting alpha GPC at 1,000 milligrams, another crazy, crazy dose. You see most companies barely get up to 600. You're getting a gram in here, guys. So this is really, really incredible. Fin-phen beta-phenethylethamine at 750 milligrams. That's going to give you that initial feel-good mood elevation, that little bubbly feeling 5 to 10 minutes after taking the drink. Usually doesn't last a very long time, but when you combine it with other nootropics and other stimulants that take a little while to kick in, it's going to elongate that experience and really seamlessly transition into giving you a really good type of head high. You got theobromine at 600 milligrams for additional clean stimulation. And then we have NeuroP, a trademarked Ariogenesis, also known as N-phentyl dimethylamine citrate to you science geeks, coming in at a whopping 600 milligrams. So no Jugglin's regen here, but 600 freaking milligrams of Ariogenesis, really going to make you feel good, put you in a positive headspace, and really help you crush those workouts, and really just add a nice mental effect to this entire crazy package. We have some Himalayan pink salt at 500 milligrams to help with the pumps. We have caffeine anhydrous at 350 milligrams, good dose. Then caffeine citrate at 200 milligrams to give you that initial energy. So 50% yield brings it down to 100 milligrams. And lastly, Infinergy dicaffeine malate at 200 milligrams, 75% yield to give you the long-lasting form of caffeine. So if anything, Assassin is staying true to the name to give you that long-lasting energy, because everyone who ever spoke about Assassin always talked about how the energy just lasted for hours post-training. And this right here, you're getting 3 forms of caffeine as well as all those other crazy stimulants. So the energy package in here is crazy. We have Cognitic in here for additional nootropic stimulation, 150 milligrams, Synephrine HCl, 120 milligrams for thermogenesis and an extra edge and aggression to really get you going in the gym. Estrogen for absorption, 50 milligrams, Vincamine, 20 milligrams. That's an interesting nootropic ingredient, really giving you the connection to your mind and really helping you shuttle all those nootropics to your brain efficiently. I don't think they've had that in the previous version. I could be wrong, but that's an ingredient you see in a lot of nootropics. So very, very cool addition here. You have alpha yohimbine at 2.5 milligrams, perfect dose to give you a sense of aggression, a little bit of extra energy, but without giving you those negative side effects that 3 to 4 milligrams could give you, such as the droopy nose, the anxiety, the shakes, and all that other stuff. So really, really good dose. And lastly, to finish off this label and give you a crazy focus, Huperzine A coming in at 400 micrograms. Before HIGH-STIM breaks down my experience running the all-new Assassin V9 from Apollon Nutrition 2 times over this past weekend, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a pre-workout enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Alright guys, so it's crazy that Assassin V9 dropped literally on the 1st of the month, because if this would have come out last year, even a couple of days before the new year began, I would have easily put this on my top HIGH-STIM pre-workouts of 2025 list. So I'm going to tell you right now, a year in advance, that this pre-workout will definitely make it on my top lists for 2026, because this was an experience that exceeded every one of my expectations. Now again, going back to the previous version, Assassin V8, did not sit well with me for whatever reason, whether it was a bad tub, whether my stim tolerance wasn't as high, whatever it was, the combination of ingredients in that specific version with that specific flavor always left me with a stomach ache, made me a little nauseated, and just had me not feeling in the right headspace. Version 6.5 was really, really good. I didn't have the first run when it first released, but then when Apollon Nutrition brought it back as a limited edition collaboration with TJ, I had to pick it up. I still have it right behind me. And it's a pre-workout that I go to once in a while. It's got a little bit more of an aggressive kick. It's a lighter scoop, less pump, so it makes it stackable. But overall, something really, really enjoyable that I really like. Because in the end of the day, Assassin, the name Assassin, has you thinking about aggression and energy and ninjas and swords and just crushing those workouts, right? So 6.5 to me really lived up to that experience. Now, version 7 was an interesting experience because to me, that one was more of a floaty, head-high kind of feeling. It still had a locked-on focus, had a good nootropic feeling, but to me, it was more about that floaty head-high, and I don't think it had actual 2-amino in there, although it did claim Juglans Regia extract. To me, it felt more like that natural Juglans Regia, but it was something that I came back to a lot. I only had one tub of it, and from what I remember, the flavor wasn't super terrible. I think 8 tasted a lot worse, but V7 to me was a very solid pre-workout that I really, really enjoyed. Now, for this version here, if I had to compare it to the previous Assassins, this is kind of like a hybrid between Assassin 6.5, which really relied on that aggression and focus more than anything else, and combining it with that floaty, feel-good mood elevation that version 7 provided, really creating something super unique and innovative. And on top of that, you have an insane pump package in here, which really has you swole and juicy and looking your absolute best in the gym. I mean, check this out, guys. I only took the one photo, but I was super pumped up over here. Did not stack anything on top of this. Absolutely crazy pumps. And the fact that the blood is flowing on here with that 10 grams of citrulline really smoothens out the experience. A lot of people are going to look at this and say, oh my God, this has a total of approximately 600 milligrams of caffeine. That's too much. It's crazy. The heart rate's going to be going through the roof. Not the case at all. This is a super smooth experience, but it builds over an hour slowly. So it gives you time to kind of get into that groove. It's not one of those pre-workouts that's a caffeine and alpha yo bomb where it just kind of smacks you upside the head out of nowhere and you're going from normal to tweaked out in under 10 minutes. It's not like that. You're going to take the drink within 7-8 minutes. You're going to start feeling a nice little floaty head high coming in from that beta PEA. The beta tingles come in at the same time. Surprisingly, for 6,400 milligrams, not an insane amount of tingling, but light. It's warm. It's there. It's present. It's letting you know that things are starting to cook. Things are starting to brew. And it's time to get your ass to the gym. Now, the floaty head high is just going to build and build and build over the next hour. The Araya comes in. The theobromine comes in. And as soon as you start touching the weights and pushing the iron, this thing just comes together so freaking beautifully. This is probably the most balanced pre-workout, or I should say the most balanced stim junkie pre-workout from Apollon Nutrition, because they have other pre-workouts such as Desperado, their Daily Driver Premium pre-workout, which to me is a little bit more balanced as far as the Daily Driver goes. But as far as the stim junkie experience goes, there's nothing more balanced than this on the market right now. And I think it really is one of the best pre-workouts on the market right now in terms of it being fully compliant, not relying on ingredients such as 2-amino. It doesn't have a crazy over-the-top alpha yo content in there, so it's not going to have you tweaking or anything like that. But the star of the show, there's actually numerous stars to this show, which is why I'm saying this is a very balanced pre-workout, because you're getting crazy good energy on here, but not the type of energy that has your heart rate going through the roof and where you're breathing heavy and you're sweating. I was fully in control the entire time, fully in the driver's seat both times I ran this pre-workout, but the energy was consistent. I was able to push. I was able to hit a lot of high numbers despite the fact that I don't train for PRs, but I was pushing heavy. I had the strength, I had the endurance, and I had the will to keep going and just not stopping. Ran this one on Saturday, ran this one today on Sunday, and both times were incredible. Did not feel less running it today. Usually when you run HIGH-STIM pre-workouts back to back, the next day you're not going to feel it quite as much. Not the case here. I definitely felt it today. I think it actually even hit a little bit harder today than it did yesterday, but yesterday was my push day. Today was my pull day with a little bit of core as well. And I just felt freaking incredible. It's a good mood elevating pre-workout, but the euphoria and mood elevation that you get here are more in the background. So you definitely feel that initial floaty head high, but as you start training, as you start pushing, the energy, the endurance, the motivation comes to the forefront, and that nootropic focus and that mood elevation kind of goes to the background, and you're just dialed in and focused on assassinating those weights. No pun intended. So overall, this is an amazing pre-workout and definitely one of the more premium products I've ran. Taste is amazing. Takes about 20 to 25 minutes for everything to kind of start coming together, but you're going to feel it at about 7-8 minutes. Just builds beautifully over an hour. And the best part is there's no crash, there's no stimmy willy on here, there's no stomach indigestion issues like version 8 gave me. So whatever they used for sourcing, for formulating this product here, keep doing it, because that is absolutely incredible. Now, comparing it to other Apollon Nutrition popular products, this is definitely stronger than Hooligan, because Hooligan, you're basically just getting caffeine and theobromine as your main stimulants. Here, you're getting the Araya, you're also getting the Alpha-O. It's not a crazy type of Alpha-O where you're tweaking and shaking, but it's definitely noticeable, and it helps the performance more than anything else. So I would have to say this is a Stim Junkie pre-workout, but an intellectual Stim Junkie pre-workout. It's not taking the entire kitchen sink and throwing it at the label and hoping that you guys are going to be tweaked out and cracked out. This is very well balanced. This is very intellectually concocted, and one of the smartest labels that was conceived. And the label definitely translates over to the real world experience. So this is stronger than Hooligan, obviously stronger than Desperado. If I were to compare this to Mad Mad World, which was released by Anarchy Labs, which is Apollon's sister company, it's not as crazy as that one. That one I actually had to run at 3/4 of a dose to really reap the full benefits. It was a little too much for me at the full dose. But this here for me is definitely a full scoop, full dose type of pre-workout. I know that some people can run it at half a scoop and get a good workout. I don't doubt it, because you're still getting clinical dosages, and you're going to get 40 servings if you do it that way. You can also take it at 3/4 of a dose, giving you 30 full servings. But either way, this is a premium product that is worth every cent, and I'm definitely going to be picking up the grape version, using my own money to purchase it, because this is something that I want to have before they run out. So if you guys want to start off 2026 and assassinate those pre-workouts and grab one of the hottest pre-workouts on the market, you can head over to ApollonNutrition.com, use discount code ACE15 at checkout. It's going to save you 15% off your entire order and help support the HIGH-STIM ACE YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. This was an amazing pre-workout, and I'd like to thank Apollon Nutrition for sending this one my way for review. I greatly appreciate it. No matter what, you guys know I always keep it 100 with you and share my experiences. Did not like version 8, but absolutely love version 9. What an incredible improvement. What an incredible product. A pre-workout that I'm going to be keeping in my rotation going forward, and you best believe it's going to be joining the shelf right behind me. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video, share the video, all that other fun stuff, subscribe, and don't forget to follow the Instagram at HIGH-STIM ACE, and I will see you all next time for the next HIGH-STIM pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. HIGH-STIM ACE, signing off.